Okay, find the remainder when this cubic is divided by x minus 3. Okay, so it's divided by this, right? So remember now, if this was like a solution, you'd put it equals to 0, so we can work out what x is. So x is 3. That's what we need to sub in here, okay, to see what the remainder is. So if I put 3 in that cubic, I'll have 3 cubed plus 5 times 3 squared plus 2 times 3, take away 8. Okay, so with a calculator work, 3 cubed plus 5 squared, no, it's 5 times 3 squared, isn't it? Plus 2 times 3, which is 6, take away 8, which is 70. So the remainder is 70. Okay, so it's not a factor. X minus 3 isn't a factor because it leaves a remainder of 70. But part B then, it says show that x minus 1 is a factor. So that means if you divide by it, it goes into it perfectly because it's a factor. So it's one of the solutions, in fact. So remember, with the solutions, you know, if we were interested in it's equal to 0, you'd then, we've got x to be 1. So if we put 1 in there, it should come out to be 0 to show that there's no remainder. Okay. And of course you get 0 out, so therefore no remainder, which implies x minus 1 is a factor. Okay, so then it says hence factorize this. Well, that means if this is a factor, okay, then when we factorize this, of course remember we have 3 brackets. One of the brackets is going to be x minus 1, okay, and then we can have 2 other brackets, and when you multiply these 2 other brackets, it's going to give you a quadratic, because 2 brackets multiply together. When you do FOIL on it, it gives you something x squared, something x, and a constant. Now because there's 1 in front of that x cubed there, it's just going to be x squared here. Okay, it's going to be 1x squared, and then plus bx plus c. Okay, what you do then is you look at what's in front of the x squared here, right? So it's plus 5, isn't it? So we've got 5 in front of the x squared here. And then you've got to ask yourself, how do I get x squared from here? Well, I'm going to times x by something, yeah? X has got to be times by bx. Think about it. X times bx will give me bx squared. So what's in front of the x squared? It's a b. And then from the minus 1, I can get x squared from here, can't I? Minus 1 times x squared, isn't it? That will give me an x squared. What's in front of the x squared? Minus 1x squared. It'll be minus 1. Okay, so therefore, in front of the x squared here will be 5. In front of the x squared here will be b minus 1. And if we take this minus 1 over, okay, I can get my b. So b is equal to 6. Alright? So that's when I've looked at the x squared component there. Now, to work out what c is the constant. Let's look at what the constant is here. It's going to be minus 8. Right? So minus 8. Now, how do we get the constant from here? Well, you've got minus 1 here times c. That's the only way you can get the constant, minus 1 times c, because any other multiplication will give you an x. So when you expand all this out, the only constant will be minus 1 times c, which is minus c. So if minus 8 is minus c, that means c is equal to 8. Yeah? So we put it in, we've got x minus 1, x squared plus 6x plus 8. And then we can easily factorize those bottoms, that one there. It'll be x plus 2, x plus 4. So we've got your 3 brackets there.